Hello, YouTube.
I had sauce today.
Yeah.
Tenderloin fries I had, and you came in later.
Yep.
And you had your what?
Chicken quesadilla was good.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit on the patio.
All right.
And have fun playing your game.
Yep.
And see you tomorrow night.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like you're not having a good night.
Nope.
All right. Like I said, hello YouTube. All right. Yeah, I saw the title. Yeah, we noticed a lot of things. One thing we noticed is this has got to go tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to go. So, I'll be seeing my home barber again tomorrow. Was tomorrow being Sunday. He has to work. That means I'm doing it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, anybody saw on my personal Facebook page? Yes, that was a nice big tenderloin sandwich and fries you guys saw on my personal page, which you guys would have been last week. As you know, we delay our videos by 7 days. We do this for many reasons, for editing and security purposes. Basically, and editing, mainly editing and uploading. Because we're in that time of year, internet has been going funky lately. So it makes our uploads a little slower than normal because there's a lot of construction going on around here and all that good, wonderful goodies and that. So we just gotta be aware of that. Angie woke up today as she went off to her daily routine. Noticed that we had somebody out here sleeping in front of one of the doors here at the apartment complex. And that's not good, any way, shape, or form. Don't know. And I'll tell you what also happened today here real quick. Someone came knocking at our door today and kind of said some weird stuff that made me kind of be suspicious and laugh at. Okay, before I went on my errands for today, which I'll talk about that here in a little bit, because as you know, I would open up 100%, but I'll just tell you that in a little bit here. But what happened prior to that was someone knocked on the door today, and it was some guy in a kind of a lime green hoodie. He was a little shorter than me, about, I would say, 5'8", not a very tall guy at all. I mean, I tower over him like really easy. I'm 6 foot and that. But standing to that one guy, I feel like Andre the Giant or something like that. Or the Big Show or whoever your favorite tall professional wrestler is. Just that I thought the guy knocked on the door, I answered it, and he claims that, I don't know, not really accusing, but almost accusing. Claims he has security footage. Newsflash, we don't have security cameras up here. If we had security cameras, I would have noticed them right off the bat. I would have noticed them instantly. I know what a security camera looks like and how they hide. And I would have noticed it immediately where they're posted. And I remember before starting this YouTube channel, it was one of our neighbors who was, we call it the watchdog up here, basically. And I think everybody who lives up here knows who I'm talking about, basically. Was the head watchdog group. Kind of the big time watchdog. Didn't like anything, she questions everything. And that was a good neighbor. I mean, at least she watched suspicious stuff and that. And I think she moved out about a year or two after we started this channel because she had one of her relatives' friends had health issues and that. So we'll just go with that. But right now, this guy claims he had security footage, not knowing. I say funny because I told him right then and there. There was no security cameras here at all. So if he had security footage, I don't know how he would able to get it without a formal request, or even if there was, law enforcement probably needed like a court summons or something like that, or a subpoena, or or a warrant or something like that. And that. So, as far as you know, he was fibbing on that. Someone claimed they stole one of his mattresses that he was, I guess, sleeping on out here, basically. And he says he was at another. He lives with a friend that lives up here, but I'm not for sure because he was kind of also pointing down the hall at the same time. But he was mentioning an apartment building number, which is the opposite side of this complex, but yet he kind of said it was down the hall from where we live. That didn't add up either. And I thought it's going to be a boring summer up here as always, but it seems like things are just starting to heat up somewhat. Yes, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, our apartment complex is one of the apartments that is under to get rid of suspicious activity off the property. You know, crime-free living, getting suspicious people out, away from living in the, infiltrating in the apartment complex. Get rid of the bad people that we don't need, the bad apples, basically, in that. So. But I don't know. I'm just kind of one of those people that likes to put two and two together, and you don't get the right answer you want is four. Basically, you're getting a totally different answer. Basically, the concept. I like the idea of the concept. I think we've been better doing it off as a neighborhood watch group, neighbors watching neighbors, but it seems like that's not going as well lately. In that, so it seems like we're allowing a lot of stuff happening. I mean, when we get visitors here at our apartment complex, we get at least a 24-hour notice. This way we know if we're coming, or at least some kind of notice that they're coming. So it's probably crucial that if anyone who wants to pay us, has our address and all that stuff, and want to pay us a visit, at least give us a notice. And if you guys do have problems with local law enforcement that is enforcing the rules, and make sure there's no trespassers here, just make sure that we know that you're coming, and so this way we can verify with local law enforcement in case they do call us and say, are you expecting a certain guest? I say yes, yes, and yes. Because if we said yes, then no, no, that means the person could be hit with no trespass. And that, so, or said no all the way across the board because we're not expecting nobody, and that. Hopefully we don't expect nobody, and that. So, as you saw on the channel, we did have plenty of guests, and all of them gave us at least a 24-hour or longer notice that they were coming. So we made a proper, to let our neighbors know that we were going to have visitors. We let the management know, if all possible, that we're going to have visitors and how long they're going to stay and all that stuff. And most of the visitors we have don't even stay overnight. I think our original lease said they can only stay for one night, but after that, they got to be out of here on that. Unless they allow a 72-hour emergency deal, which is 3 days, but I doubt we even have that. So I know we're going to have at least one visitor overnight, just an emergency situation. I think that's what it is. I'm not for sure. I'm not going to have time to go back and read the lease because most of our visitors don't even stay that long anyway. Usually stay for a couple hours. We go out and do our stuff. All right, before we wrap up this video, we'll just tell what I noticed going on today around town. More noticeable stuff. Okay, real quick here on this clip. I was been yesterday on last night's video, as you noticed. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I think we did. I don't know. It happened yesterday. I'm having trouble what happened. I'd be lucky enough if I remember what happened earlier today, basically. But yeah, what happened today? What happened today? Basically. But we are going to be watching that situation closely, and I came very close to calling the cops today, basically. Call local law enforcement on that guy earlier today, because I didn't think he belonged here. give me two different informations. Basically, that was it. But quickly today, I was out for my errand. I was noticed they're open 100%. But it does not mean they are open 100%. I noticed this almost immediately today on my errands that a few fast food restaurant places in town, as I'm filming this, still does not allow in-restaurant dining yet. I also noticed that some are running restricted hours. So if you want to dine in a certain restaurant, it's between this hour and this hour, and that's it. Basically, it's this hour till the close of business. That's only they allow the in-house dining. I also noticed that a few buffets are not open yet to serve for the public to do self-serve, and it's not fair to be mentioning these places because as this video being watched today, you watch it, that could all change. Just be aware of that. That's why we're on a 7-day delay. So what I say in this video could all alter. Everything could alter from the week I filmed this to the day you're watching this video. Okay, remember I filmed this last week, so things can change as we progress. Already has changed, and that so. Excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. I noticed that some places has phased out their, they'll do social distancing, but they phased out what they call the one-way path or the one-way streets in the aisles. I noticed some stores has eliminated that. Some stores are still using that. And some stores, believe it or not, during this whole pandemic deal, had never used it. They just enforced a 6-foot social distancing. Basically, that's it. And that's all they enforce, and they are doing fine. Right now, there is a small increase in numbers today that was reported because, you know, there's more testings, and we got to talk about this at Slops today with the bartender and a few tenants. Well, not tenants, but customers, patrons. There was a big debate on those numbers. Of course, those numbers are always open for debate anyway. And that, watching the situation going on around here, basically, like I said, we get so many new tenants around here. Like, old tenants move out real fast, new tenants move in. Sometimes we don't know who's who and that. So yeah, we're just kind of sitting out here watching the situation. It's warm weather, strange things can happen, and all that good stuff. So just gotta be, like I said, we gotta be vigilant, hopefully. But it seems like the worst stuff happens when we're not home. Weird, isn't it? Oh yeah, like I said, not a lot of businesses is set up to be 100% capacity. Today, like I said, at Slops, as I'm filming this, they're still set up to 50% capacity in a way. But even if they go 100% capacity, there's more room to walk around. But maintaining the 6-foot distances, that's just going to be how they're going to enforce it and all that stuff right now. So yes, I notice a lot of businesses around town that still not offering 100% seating capacity. They have every right to operate that way. And for businesses that refuse to open up their dining rooms, they have a right to do that too if they think that their drive-through business is enough to what we call pay the bills, basically, and that. So, and it makes it an inconvenience for walk-up customers because, or walk-up. You ever see a walk-up customer walk up to a drive-through? I have seen it a few times already during this pandemic, because it's the only way they get served is through the drive-through window, and that. So they just stand between cars and waiting for their order, and that. So who knows? Like I said, strange things happens in these worlds, especially during the pandemic times and that. So Like I said, I don't know how long I'll be sitting out here off and on all night tonight. It's going to be like I said, it's already a long, boring summer with no baseball here in town. And it may not be no baseball from here on out, as far as we know. That could all change time you watch this video also. And that. So, also, let you guys know that we do have a live show coming up shortly, sometime in the next couple of days. I'll let you guys know that, so say notice on that. Also, if you're watching towards the end of the video, I'll probably mention it right off the bat tomorrow. We do have another Planet Coaster video I have to get up for the month of June. Now, it's September, I'm thinking of starting a new channel. And right now, it's just open for debate there, and I'm going to do some test runs on some games and not some test runs on some games. Okay, just see how they play. We know how Planet Coaster plays on this video, on this channel. Not very good. Not a whole lot of people likes it, but hey, few people do. But we're going to just do, what we're going to do is start a new channel. Everything will start all over on that particular channel. It'll be my games I like to play, and there's usually 3 I like to play, maybe 4. We'll see how they go on that. So I got to do some test videos on that. Alright, one more clip and we'll get out of here. Okay, as the final thoughts is here. As a YouTuber, we have to be responsible for what we put up as content, and we got to also remember that I'm not one of those people who likes to stick cameras in people's faces unless they are willing to have a camera in their face and that. So I'm not one of those type of people, basically. If you do not want to be on our videos, just tell us. As far as we know, I think everybody has been accommodating to us on this channel, which is good, and that's positive, and that's why we like it, basically. I had only 2 people that did not want to be, 2 people that were questioning. One, karma kind of caught up to him. In fact, I saw him again today, but we didn't talk about the channel and that. So I think he kind of says, yeah, I should have recorded. I would not have been in the hospital that one day or something like that. And there was another lady a couple years ago. I had a camera on the tripod. Right now I'm hands-free tonight. So your guys are on the tripod. So when I had the tripod out, setting up, aiming towards the river, and the lady thought I should have a permit. Really? Really? Yeah, we have these, what they call Karens. That's been a popular name in some of the YouTube videos lately, haven't it? Somebody gets outraged, they become a Karen. Basically. Sorry, Karen, if you're out there using your name in vain. But that's what YouTube videos have been going out. People, ladies out there doing some outrage. Right now, there's no outrage in this. Unless you guys want an outrage on this, it's time to end this video. It's gone too long. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget the subscribe button, notification bell, and we'll try to do some cooking on the grill tomorrow. And I think tomorrow I might see something missing on my head. Who knows? We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.